Hey, my name is Shannon. I look like a complete wreck. I'm not trying to look beautiful. I honestly don't care what I look like right now. Yes, I've been crying. I started to pack because again, I was told I was going into a treatment center, only to get there, have them scan my identity, and I noticed my face looked weird. Sorry. Only to have them scan my identity and then tell me, oh, sorry, you can't come here. Okay, first off, I know it's bullshit. Here's why I'm upset. Okay? It's not necessarily that, oh, I didn't go to treatment. It's that I was ordered by a judge to go to treatment now by DCFS. They didn't actually have a valid reason to open a DCFS case. I'm going to go ahead and just be honest. Like today I said I used fentanyl. I actually really didn't. I have been on methadone for 2 years because I really am a fentanyl addict. But I was on Adderall. I decided to discontinue taking Adderall, but that isn't a valid reason to open a DCFS case and then remove a child. And in fact, when they removed my daughter, they did not have a warrant. I know that this isn't like the best example. I know that my room's like kind of a mess. I'm just going to show you, like, I started to pack my stuff because it's like, I keep getting told over and over and over, you're going to treatment, and then I get there and here's the interesting thing. Okay. They don't tell me they're going to deny me treatment. They have me go down there. They have me UA. And then after they have my identity is when they'll tell me, oh, sorry, you can't go here. They're covering my posts up. They're trafficking me, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell people what's going on. I'm being held hostage. I'm being held hostage because there is an individual, and I get to say this. I'm not going to say their name. But they're doing some shit that they're too chicken shit to take accountability for. And so instead of being accountable for waging wars on one of the most powerful families in America, they use minuscule little humans, like I guess they talk about humans like they're superior, to play as their target so that they don't have to be accountable. You can wage wars on whoever the fuck you want to wage wars against if you're prepared for the consequences. But you're not. You're using other people as your game pieces. The truth is, these people are probably going to, they've tried to kill me. I don't even know how many times. They've killed pretty much my whole family. They have held my entire family hostage. They have lied about my family. They're not being honest about who they are. And so I don't believe a word out of anybody's mouth. And in fact, I don't believe anything anymore. Truthfully, I'm living in a state that is more like a concentration camp. I'm living in a state where there is no acknowledgement for life. People that I've known my entire life all of a sudden just decided to be Satanist cannibals. If they're not, I guess they just joke about that kind of shit. I don't know. I don't think it's funny. I take it very seriously. And truthfully, I keep getting a little bit of faith, and like when I stay in my corner and, do as not directed, but what you want me to do, you retaliate against me anyways. It like you're worse to me when I fall in line with what you want. You're worse to me. You have tried to kill me. I seriously don't even know how many times. And here's the scary thing. I went to a treatment center, Odyssey House, where first I went to House of Hope, and House of Hope said they couldn't accept me because of my mental illness, but they won't tell me what mental illness they're talking about. And it's because there's a psychiatrist falsely diagnosing me without actually, doing a proper diagnosis on me. Like, They had me do an assessment that they sent me to my email address that I had to fill out at a public library. Like, that's not admissible for court. That's crazy. And not only that, they didn't ask me one question that was actually pertinent to my mental health. They're saying I'm schizophrenic. They're lying. Okay, when I've talked in response, first off, how would they know unless they're spying on me? But second off, I have responded to, like, I live in a townhouse, so sometimes I can hear my neighbors talking, and yes, they do talk. I've started to document some of the interactions between me and other people living in this community, because it's like there's a lot of people that are being lied to, and I'm not here to be the town snitch, but at the same time, today is the day I take my power back. Today is the day you stop fucking with me. Today is the day you stop telling other people that I'm this person or that person. I'm Shannon. I've been Shannon my entire life. You're going to kill me no matter what, because I'm a hostage and because you bought me. You bought me for that purpose. It doesn't matter what I do. You're going to kill me if you want to fucking kill me. And to be honest, that's the reason you purchased me. Did you not purchase me knowing I was being trafficked under the Daybells? Yes or no? You did. I'm a human being. And I do not want you to feel sorry for me. My daughter is supposedly in DCFS custody, but I'm not even sure of that at this point, because once again, and this is a pattern, they're making it impossible for me to be reunited with her. They have a psychiatrist who I'm like this close to naming, writing false diagnoses on me, who is actively running. They're just basically entrapping me, almost identical to the way that they entrap Britney Spears. Does anybody remember that? They have me under a bunch of false diagnoses, and they had me go to a treatment center. They have me sign papers. They'll have me UA. And then after they get my DNA from like a UA specimen, then they decide to tell me, oh, sorry, you can't go to our treatment center. Well, that's illegal. It's actually illegal. What they're doing is completely illegal. And, I'd file a lawsuit. I probably will in the future, but like I have bigger things to worry about right now. Like, first off, who's my daughter being released to? Why do you have somebody at your treatment center at House of Hope named Shannon Osler? She's not Shannon Osler. I'm probably going to go to the House of Hope. Hi! Oh, I'm at your treatment center? Hi, Mike. No, I'm not. And I'm sorry to name names, but you're telling people that I'm you, and I am not you. I'm sorry if you piss some people off, but if you're going to piss some people off, you better be prepared to be accountable for your actions instead of putting it on me. That is a coward thing to do. I'm not you. I never was you. Okay? There's a whole list of other people that they're trying to hide me under. But the truth is I was sold. I am an American who, like, it's crazy. I'm being trafficked, but I'm not. It's not really me being trafficked. It's the fact that I've had 4 kids and they keep getting taken, and then I'm set up to make it impossible for me to get my kids back. And why is that? I think it's because they are selling my kids. I was going to stay silent on this subject, try to focus on just getting my kids back, but the truth is like, you're just going to make it impossible for me. You're bitter and you're miserable because somebody rejected you, and I am sorry that you were rejected. There's I guess a rich family that didn't want whatever you had to offer. Well, why the fuck are you offering your kids to begin with? Why are you selling human beings? I'm sorry, none of my business, but like, if we're going to talk here, like, first off, be prepared for the consequences of what you do. Quit putting it on me. If you want to wage wars because this person somehow rejected you, by the way, that was just a guess, but if they somehow rejected you, they said you weren't pretty enough, whatever. I was bullied my entire life, and I didn't go out and murder a bunch of people, especially not children. You don't have an excuse. You just don't. So I don't want to hear your excuses. Okay? Real talk. I was bought and sold because I had children with me. I had my children with me. And now the fun is up because you took my children, and God knows, now you have my 1-year-old. I've had 3 daughters who, when they turn 1, they get taken from me. I've lost 4 children. I'm in enough pain. I don't have time to lie. And I'm especially not for people that have absolutely no loyalty towards anything in their life, like not even their own children. How the fuck can I trust you? Like, if you're not even loyal to your own, you know what I mean? Like, what are you? The thing is I probably will die, or maybe I won't. I don't know. But either way, I'd rather die with dignity, knowing that I stood for something, that I stood up for my kids, that I'm not I'm not you. I know that much. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. Maybe you were right. Maybe you were valid in the wars you waged against this particular family. Maybe you were valid, but it's like the Republican Democrat argument. Like, are you a Republican or are you a Democrat? Well, like, both sides are wrong and both sides are right. I'm not saying either one of you is right. I'm not saying either one of you is wrong. What I'm saying is I'm not picking a side. And if you're going to wage wars, you should stop putting a target on innocent people's back and take accountability for your own shit. Instead of making me have to pay for what you do after you've already put me through it. So not only do you hurt me, but then you make me pay for the hurt that you caused me. You're not a victim. I'm sorry to say it, but you're just not a victim. The only victims here are the children that have been brought into this situation, that did not ask to be brought into this situation, that were not competing with you. I'm not competing with you. Okay? If you want me to look ugly so you feel better, fine. I'm good with how I look. I'm good with myself. I don't have to bring you down. My name is Shannon. I've been Shannon. If I'm on somebody else, what I mean by that is if somehow I'm controlling somebody else, um, I haven't been told directly or educated in the matter. All I know is I'm me. I have a broken collarbone because I was in an accident 3 years ago. And during the time that I got in that accident, a psychiatrist or a doctor wrote a false diagnosis against me that has kept me entrapped and enslaved to where I am completely powerless. I have had my children taken from me, but I'm being denied access to treatment to actually do something about it and get them returned to me. I'm being put in an impossible situation. And then you expect me to be silent for you for what? You're going to kill me anyways. You're going to do whatever the fuck you want to do because you bought and purchased me to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But what you need to know, and the reason I'm making this video, is I want people to know that you're a fucking monster. I want people to see me for what I am, which is a human being. I don't consider myself a victim, but you know what? And you know the sad thing is? That's 4 children. My 4 children, but there are probably thousands of children down here. Wherever down here is. I guess I'm in Utah. Being trafficked by, I suspect, these 2 individuals who literally catch and hunt and drip human beings. And I don't even want to know what drip means. but like life's just too short. I'm probably gonna die, and I think people need to know what this is like. 36 years old, and I could go get a job. I'll get paid maybe a quarter what you get paid. And there's nothing I can do about it because the police in this state are all complicit. The only time that they decide to give a shit is when it's to put me in jail or take my daughter. And by the way, when the police took my daughter, they did not have a warrant. They took her on July 3rd. They didn't have a signed warrant until July 6th. They tell me that I'm schizophrenic and I'm mentally ill, but they haven't given me one shred of evidence to support their claims against me. I'm being denied. And then they say, I went, not I went, sorry. I am on probation. I went to jail in July for a probation violation because I didn't report to my PO because I got a new PO and I wasn't sending her my UAs, which realistically I was. But anyways, basically part of like the condition of my probation is to complete treatment, but now I'm being denied treatment. So I'm being set up to go back to jail again too. That's nice. And then on top of that, I have CPS saying I have to get help for my mental health, but their diagnosis of mental health, do you know how they diagnosed me? They had me do an assessment online, like that they emailed to me. Like that's not secure. Anybody could have filled that out. And not only that, the questions, I think maybe there was 4 questions like out of 300 that asked about mental health. Like, are you feeling depressed? No, I'm not suicidal. I'm not depressed. I don't hear voices. I'm not schiz. When I respond to people, like sometimes I talk to myself because I feel like Tom Hanks in Castaway, you know. I've got my Wilson moments where like I talk to myself, but like no, I'm not hearing voices. If I ever respond, it's because I'm talking in response to what my neighbors or people are gaslighting me, and they try to make me look crazy, but it's like when I document their interactions with me, it's interesting because all of a sudden I'm told like I'm not allowed to document. When I go to court, I'm not allowed to record my court dates. Why is that? I have interactions with the police. I'm being told I can't record. Why is that? Because what they're doing is wrong. I get the feeling I'm being held hostage due to like some sort of a will. I'm not agreeing to it. I don't consent. Anything that I signed at the House of Hope is null and void. I don't consent. Anything I signed at Odyssey House, null and void. I don't consent. I am Shannon Osler. Okay? I'm Shannon Osler. I've been me my entire life, and I know that there's a question about it. Like, I know I'll get pushback like, oh, now we know where you are. Well, you know what? You've been targeting me this entire time, and I don't even know how many times this person has tried to kill me, but like, at least I have a little bit of hope that maybe I'll die with some dignity, and maybe I'll help somebody. Maybe somebody will see this and know that they're not alone. I don't have serious problems with anybody. I'm not trying to wage wars. Like, especially wars I'm not going to win. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know any, like, I didn't even know. I don't have a problem with the people running this world. What I have a problem with is the people waging wars and then going about it in a cowardly manner and putting a target on my back, putting a target on my kid's back. That's fucking cowardly. And you know what? At least when I die, I'm gonna die with dignity, knowing that I'm brave. And you know what? I'm not gonna be trapped in your hell when I die. I'm sorry. I know that they believe that, like, okay, here's the other thing is, like, I'm in Utah, and apparently the state of Utah is now run by what seems oddly to be a cult. Well, this cult believes that they can bond themselves to human beings and then go to heaven for this person. That is bullshit. Okay? What's really going on here is there's AI. I don't think people are being properly educated about AI, but it is possible to have different realms based off of um, different frequencies. I don't really know how to explain it, but a lot of it has to do with the outdoor, like the networks, 5G. There's different like I want to say gigahertz, but I'm not really sure. Um, you might be, gaming and making it to the top, but like you're still in hell. You are never, ever, and I repeat this and I know this for a fact, you are never going to go to heaven on somebody else's dime because you cheated them out of their life. I'm sorry that you are misillusioned. I'm sorry that you're delusional enough to think that. That's not the truth. Okay? I had a near death experience. I've experienced what I believe was heaven, and it's not something that I could ever describe, and it's also not something that my body has any tie to. It's something way bigger than that. My body is a temporary, I mean, it's like, how do I explain it? Okay, spirituality is just so different than what they believe. And I hope I can save some lives. I hope they wake up to the fact that they're never going to get in heaven by murdering innocent people. I'm sorry. That's honestly like what this cult believes. And it is fucking scary because they are running this state that I live in. I don't know what happened 3 years ago, but all of a sudden I woke up in the state of Utah and I'm like, I'm either blind and I'm in some completely different place, or this state has lost its mind. Police are outwardly negligent. They don't give a shit, okay? Judges, the people that run the state are outwardly negligent. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, I don't know, but I haven't drank the Kool-Aid, and I do not believe that you scamming people is going to win you into what is actually heaven. You might move up, yeah, but you're still in hell. And I'm sorry to break the news to you, but like, you're still in hell. It doesn't have to be hell. But when you live in a world where you're constantly looking over your back, you're constantly wondering who the rats are, you're constantly wondering who you can trust, because the truth is, you can't trust anybody here. Why would you? They don't even look out, they don't even protect their own. Why would they protect you? People that can't even, they look at disabled and children as an opportunity to rape and benefit from. Those are the people that obviously you don't trust them. And that's why this is hell. It's not that we live in such a horrible world. Like, Mother Earth is beautiful. Mother Earth was meant to be heaven. But the people out there outwardly bogging each other down are what's making this place what it is. I decided to film a live stream first off. Well, this is the only way that I know how to document, like, what's actually going on versus the bullshit that people are either believing or not believing. I don't know. I don't want to be a part of whatever cult is running this state. I'm not judging you. I don't want to be a part of wars that you're waging. Why? Because I don't have all the information to make an informed decision about it. And not only that, I haven't been given any reason to actually, like, trust anything that I've been told. I mean, trust is something like faith that you grow. I don't trust anything anymore. I trust my daughter. I love my daughter. I trust my kids, but like, at this point, I'm separated from my kids. I think what bothers me the most is I should be able to to protect my kids. Our system is failing us. And you want to point the finger at, these people or that person or this person or who's, if there was any truth to what you were saying, you would be prepared to accept the consequences that come with it. And the truth is you're not. I love my kids. I want you to know I love you. But I think people need to know that I'm being held hostage. Not, well, it is what it is. I'm sorry. This is like, I'm not tied or gagged. I can't promise the other people on the other side are. They're trying to threaten me. If you speak, we'll hurt your kids. Well, the truth is, you just told me you already did. What, you tried to kill me today. You were going to kill me and then pretend like I went to treatment. Why would I trust anything that you say to me? When I work, I get paid like a third of what other people get paid. And yes, I've reported it to the police. And you know what the police do? Absolutely nothing. Because they are bought and paid for. I don't know if anybody's noticed since COVID-19, the world's gotten a little bit weird, but let me know where normal, reasonable people have gone. And no, I'm not, I'll say it. I'm not Tammy. If she's masking me, I don't know. I don't even know who she is. I'm not the list of people that they're saying I am. I don't have anything like against these people, but that's just not who I am.